Morning YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's John, ReelBlue Custom Rods. Welcome back to the channel. And this morning I'm doing a little fishing again and hanging out and seeing how the day goes. Just caught a nice trout. I wasn't even ready. I was just kind of getting the lines in before I started shooting some video, and caught a nice little rainbow with some shoulders on them. Threw them back, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm trying to open up this new stuff that I'm trying. And these are power baits, 1 inch power Nymph. Let me know if you guys tried these down in the comments block. Let me know if you've used these before and what you think of them. I'm trying to open the pack. I swear to God, this is adult proof because I cannot get it open, man. But yeah, and so we're hanging out here at the academy. I'm sitting on the edge. This time my father-in-law's on this side of me. Last week he was on the left side. This time he's on the right side. So we'll see how he goes and how things pan out. But yeah, again, the 1 inch power nymphs, man. I'm trying to open this bag, and I'm telling you, it has not been easy. And you know, I tell you what, man. Oh, I thought I just opened it, and now I just ripped the hole through the side of it. Son of a gun. So now you can't even use the, what do you call it, that feature that it has, the Ziploc feature. That thing is like super welded shut. Interesting, there's some little minnows swimming by as well. Here, so I'm just taking matters into my own hands now. And what I'll do is I'll transfer these to a Ziploc bag when I get home. Bang, fish on. Oh. Well, damn it, I just missed another fish. All right, just missed another fish. I'm also using this, what I used last week, Berkley power bait. So I'm using this and that power nymph is what I'm trying out. That new, I found it on Amazon, so I thought I'd give it a shot, and I'll have a link to both of these in the description below. And I really love this power bait, man. This is go-to stuff. My wife actually found this for her father, and he's been using it, and then I started using it, and this bait is really good, especially when the trout are being a little finicky. This version of the power bait is pretty darn good. All right, so let's rig this up. Put that line out there. All right. So again, this power nymph. I've not used these before. And they smell like a plastic bait. But that's what they look like. And they're 1 inch. They got the long little tentacles on the end. And I'm going to use a long shank barbless hook. Like so. Let me take the sunglasses off here for a second. And I think what I'm going to do is just work that down the center. I'm going to go a little bit more. Again, this is a long shank hook, and it's almost like a crawfish rig, but I'm gonna give this a go, man. All right. Okay, so we got that set up. So yeah, it's been a long week, man. I tell you what, I've been dealing with some website issues, and it's been killing me, man. And you know, it's business stuff, right? You know, you learn things about your business and how you got things going on, and I tell you, the stuff that I'm, oh, that was a nice hit right there. Hold on a second. These things that you learn, you know, over time with your business, sometimes it's frustrating, man. And you know, I've been having issues with my website, you know, for the last few months, and you know, I work with my people, and you feel like you get it fixed, and then you know, you feel like you get the situation fixed, and then another version of a problem, or you just end up having another problem with your website, and yeah, and it was frustrating, and I feel bad because for you guys, you know, that are buying stuff, specifically the ebooks. I was having problems with, you know, people buying the ebooks, getting the second email. So if you buy an ebook from me, you get 2 emails. One is the receipt, and then one is the email with the downloadable link in it. And people weren't getting the downloadable link, and so I had my team do some, you know, investigative work, if you will, and you know, they had to do some back end stuff, and just having issues getting in there. I'm gonna throw this back out. I was checking my line, but we're doing some investigative work, checking some back end stuff, man. And then you know, it was like, hey, you know, they got in there, they made some fixes to some things. The site was back up. Like, I couldn't even log in as an admin person. And what we discovered is I'm just trying to get this other rod set up. We had like 20,000 customer accounts. Now, I've never sold 20,000 items with customers, if you will, to customers. So I know I don't have 20,000 customers. But when you start peeling back the onion and you realize things are looking spammy, right? Then, you know, when they look like that, they're probably not legit emails, right? Or they're legit emails, but they're people, you know, with bad intentions, and trying to do whatever, man. And so I tell you, man, it's been super frustrating lately. Super frustrating lately. But you know, we're working through it and getting things cleaned up. But again, it's, you know, just the challenges of owning a business, man, and trying, you know, do what you want to do your thing, you know, do your dream, if you will, right? And then people always got to kind of come along and screw shit up for you, and you know, hack your website or whatever, man. And it's frustrating sometimes, but you just got to power through that stuff. But yeah, it's the challenges of running a business, and that's the shit I've been dealing with this week, really for the last few months. But this week it was kind of a gut shot, if you will, finding out you had, you know, 20-something thousand spammy email, you know, customers that are in your user account, if you will. So they're users in your website. And so it just kind of been pushing through, trying to fix all that stuff and get rid of it. So yeah, anyways, I hope you're having a better week than I was. But anyways, I don't think my father has caught anything yet. I think I'm the only one, and I had a good bite and missed one. And then I had that bite while I was talking to you guys earlier, kind of a hit, and then it kind of went away. And so I've got this power bait out, and I have this Nymph out, 1-inch plastic Nymph. So I'm kind of interested to see how this Nymph thing will work, or if it will work. I'm always interested in trying something new. So hopefully we can make something work here with this power Nymph. And And then there's some other stuff that I've been working on. I've been trying to think about doing. And what I've been, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments block. You know, I don't sell a lot of merchandise. And I hate to admit it, I don't know why I don't sell a lot of merchandise, right? But I don't offer a lot of merchandise either. But I do offer merchandise, right? I mean, I don't know if that was me or a fish hitting that thing. You know, I have a couple of different hats. I have my teal ReelBlue Custom Rods hat. I also have a gray hat with the leather patch, the RBCR leather patch hat. And then I've got a few different shirts. But what I was thinking about doing is a limited edition hat with a very small product run to see how those hats would sell. And it would be, one time, however many I buy, but again, it would be a low product run, but however many I buy, that would be it. And I would never make that hat in that color again, right? It would be one style hat, like one color, one style of hat with some sort of, embroidery or a patch or something like that, right? But I would only do one run of it. And I just wonder how that would sell. Or if it would sell, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to spend more money and buy more merchandise, apparel type merchandise, if you will, if no one's going to buy them. My thought here would be to sell them out. The other idea here that I'm toying around with is if I buy the hats. Right, I buy the hats, again, limited edition, small product run. But instead of selling them, including them in a rod purchase, right? I mean, I'd have to make sure I'm covering my cost a little bit here, but essentially, if someone buys a rod, I'm including the hat in the purchase of that rod. And then that hat is a limited edition or a limited run hat. And I thought maybe that would be a good idea as well. Another way to do that. Oh, we got two bogeys coming in right at me. Wow, and they just passed by. So I thought that would be another way to do it. So I'm just kind of toying around with these ideas. But let me know what you think down in the comments block. Would you be up for buying a limited edition short run one time hat, or do you think it's a great idea to include a limited edition run hat into the purchase of a rod? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments block. I'm interested in your feedback and helping me kind of make my decision on which direction I want to go. And I will tell you, you see this fishing rod? This is a custom-made fishing rod from my father-in-law that I am using. It's got his name on there, custom-made. It's made it on a Sage blank. Very nice rod. Yet my father-in-law puts crappy reel on this rod. Well, it probably wasn't crappy in its day. It's just beat up. It's just not smooth, and it doesn't reel as nice. But I am very fortunate that I get to use the rod that I built for my father. And one of the other things, product plug, not my product, but you can see here, oh, fish on, Dad just caught a fish. You can see here on the grip and on the back here. So I put cork preserver on here, and I'm telling you, all my dad uses is powerbait, and there's powerbait all over these handles, but it helps preserve that cork and keeping it from cracking and splitting open, but it also puts a little bit of patina on it, makes it, over time makes it look nice. we got a nice one. Got one. That looks like a good one.
It is, man. That's a nice one. You go 2 pounds easy.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
So Dad's saying that one over there is 2 pounds, maybe 2 pounds. So I'm gonna reel this line in here. So yeah, I get to use my dad's rod that I built for him and talk to you a little bit about cork preserver, cork sealer. All right, let's throw this back out. Actually, let me move this weight a little bit on here. Adjust that weight. And then, hey, see how I got that power bait set up on there? Kind of do it like a cocoon type stuff. Does anybody else do it that way, or do you do like a round ball? I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Interested to hear in your style. All right, so we're gonna throw this back out. See if we can hook on to another fish. Mallard flying over the top right there. Well, so far, no bites on the Nymph. No bites on the Nymph so far. And then the power bait. I think we'll just let that line like that. Maybe tighten it up a little bit. Big, large school of minnows swimming down along the bank in the rocks right on the edge. I suspect these trout are hitting these minnows swimming around the edge at some point. So you get a lot of minnows in these ponds or these lakes, whatever you would like to call them. So you get a lot of minnows, crawfish. There's a lot of crawfish in here. And then of course whatever, and then of course there's all different bugs and hatches and all the other stuff that are happening here. But these are really good ponds or lakes. Again, these lakes, the Kettle Lakes, are at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, and there's 3 of them, and they do a really good job of maintaining these lakes. And they even stock them, and up in Woodland Park, up at this place called Ferris, which is a morale, welfare, and recreation site that the Air Force has up there. And they do a really good job of taking care of their lakes, and they do stock them not year round, but in the spring and summertime, in preparation for kids coming out and fishing or whatnot. They do stock them. They put some nice ones in here, but of course after the stocking there's a lot of residential fish that stay in here. I have only seen rainbows or cut bows caught out of here. There is a spot close by here that does have some brookies in it. Not here not these lakes, but there's a spot that's close to here that has some brookies. And then up at Farish, up in Woodland Park, they've got some brookies and some rainbows and some cut bows and stuff up there. But I do not know what happened, man. I caught one fish like straight away, and then I got another, that other bite. But I guess we just gotta play around and see what's going on. I'd really like to see this Nymph stuff work out. I really like to be able to put a fish on the line with that 1-inch Nymph by Berkley. And then speaking of that, I think maybe this is I don't know if this is a better angle to see. So that's what the package looks like. And then, because I had to rip the bag, there we go. And then that is what it looks like. So it's just a 1-inch Nymph, and I put it on a long shank barbless hook. Not a bait hook, just a long shank barbless hook. And it's on there pretty good, and I'm just hoping that the trout will come along and like to find it. Some reviews that I saw on it, people like to use them for bass fishing, which makes sense. They have that crawfish look to them, right? Like that baby crawfish look. So that kind of makes sense. But what I'm really hoping for is for the trout to bite on them. And then of course this is the powerbait extra scent one that I use with the red flake in it. You can see that swirl in there, that clear swirl stuff that glows in the dark. So down on the bottom you can see it. This is a glow in the dark bait. With that red metallic stuff. Again, I have links to both of these in the description below if you're interested. It's a great way to help the channel out. Buy something from Amazon. I do get a small cut, a very, very small cut. But hey, every little bit helps when you're trying to run a business. And I'm hoping to see some fish action here. I think what we're going to do is going to do a little bit of an adjustment here. Kind of put it in a different spot. I feel like sometimes kind of fishing off to, instead of fishing straight out at this particular spot, fishing off to the left where my dad usually sits. He usually sits on this one other side. I feel like, I don't know if it's the way the rocks are, but I feel like it tends to hold fish a little better. And you don't see, not a lot of, there's a little bit of rippling on top of the water with the fish. Overcast day. I mean, it's not overcast, but hazy a little. Well, high clouds. You can still see the sun if I back away a little bit. But it's not like it was, clear blue sky type day. All right, set that down. Let's see if we can get a bite going on here, man. The bite. So, let me ask you a question. When you fish with a family member or a friend, and you're separated, or even if you're fishing together, right? Like side by side, or if you're separated by there's rolling trout right over here, or you're separated by a terrain feature or something like that. When you're all done fishing and you come back together, do you compare who caught the most fish. It seems like my father-in-law and I do that all the time. Not that we're like, oh, you only caught 3, I caught 5 kind of thing. But there's always a number versus you're like, yeah, I caught a couple fish. It's always like, hey, I caught 5 fish. I had 3 bites, and whatever. And I'm just curious if you guys kind of do the same thing. And if you do, let me know down in the comments block. Be interested to hear that. So we need to find the fish. So it's been about an hour since the, about 40, 50 minutes since that first bite. And still nothing, but my father-in-law just caught another one. So he's up 2-1 now. But I don't know, we'll see how it's gonna go. It's still kind of hazy, some high clouds. Some other people showed up on the pond. But hopefully the bite will come back on and we'll be able to catch some more fish here. This is what we're working with. That's where my father-in-law is at over there fishing. And then the pond is pretty flat. There was a little bit of wind earlier. Oh, and there's some people over there straight in the center of the screen on the other side. We just had these 2 people over here join the pond. These couple people here. Family over there. And then father-in-law there. I'm telling you, man, it stays like this, man, where you wish this is all you had to do, I mean, even though I just caught the one earlier before I started the video, like, now the wind's picking up. Great old Colorado. There's days like this that makes you wish, like, you didn't have to work for anybody else. You didn't have to do anything. You just do whatever you want to do, and in this case, go fishing. And I'm telling you, man, you have to take advantage of these days, in my personal opinion. Life is short. I think we all pretty much know that. But life is short, man, and if there was any advice I could ever give anyone, is if there is something that you want to do or you've always wanted to do, regardless, travel, fishing, hunting, spending time with family, like whatever it is, man, if there's something that you want to do but you always make excuses not to do it, like, oh, I'm too busy, next time, next week, next month, next year, you never know if you're going to be around, man. And I tell you that, if there's something you want to do, just do it, man, regardless of the cost, the expense, whatever, man. If there's something you want to do, just do it. Enjoy life, have fun, man, and do what you want to do. To be honest, that's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to do what I want to do and, spend time with family and just chill. I feel like, sometimes you get caught in the rat race and you're just always constantly busy and always doing things. And sometimes we have to do that, man. But I feel like lately, getting tired of doing that. I don't know. It might just be me. Maybe one of you guys feel the same way. But I don't know, man. Anyways, hopefully these trout, hopefully these trout will decide to play ball and we can hook up with a couple more fish. So we're at the 2-minute mark, the 2-hour mark, and I still haven't had a bite. Well, I just actually had a little nibble, it took my bait. But haven't had another good bite really, honestly, since that first one. But anyways, you know, it's always a good day on the water. I think I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, man. Been out here for a couple hours. Sun's kind of getting hot, and so maybe I'll call it a wrap. But I'll wait and see here if I catch something. And if I catch something here at the end, before I leave, I'll go ahead and add it here to the end of the video. But hopefully I will hook up with something. But if not, hey, I just want to say I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out with the channel, and I truly appreciate your guys' support. Make sure you watch this next video here. Until next time, guys, take care, man. Talk to you later. Bye.